flop. You know, has he got an overpair? Is he a pair of jacks, pair of tens? Has he got a huge hand? Has he? He could be drawing dead here.
Yeah, especially as the veteran American has been playing so tight. Maybe he does suspect a pair.
Well, I think he's going to put this down, you know. I don't think he's going to get involved. He lost with his ace-king before and he got caught with his hands in the till. I don't think he wants to call another 1,000 to see the next card, because if he doesn't hit an ace or a king, then Joseph's going to come out betting again.
Yeah, he's in the short stack. He's been getting great cards and rotten luck. And this is going to look like Groundhog Day. Trying to get a read on Joseph. But that face has been round card tables for 4 decades.
I'll go all in.
Oh,
Gone
wow.
all in?
Well, I didn't predict that at all.
No, and suddenly the boot's on the other foot.
That is an amazing call.
5,000.
It's a brave call. It's an amazing call.
Well, he's got the queen, as you say, to get him out of trouble, and he must figure an ace or a
5,800,
king would
so
get him
another
out of trouble.
4,800 to call.
As we can see from the stats, he's not a big dog.
Well, if Joseph calls this will be the call of the century. And Rumit, one of the No, he's sold
He's
it.
tossed it away. He was in front, but with middle pair, he couldn't have known it, and that's the mark of a pro, isn't it?
It is. I mean, that's totally... I don't think anybody would have called that.
I tell you
To
what,
go
you're a
all
big
in.
fella, you shouldn't let him keep bullying you. Honestly.
I had anything.
Huh?
Let's hear from gambling
no.
legend Dave the Devilfish Elliott, who'll be in the poker den himself next Friday night, playing live
More likely to
on
bully
the
me than
power
me,
and the
him.
glory you can get from a bold raise.
Okay, when to raise. Well, if you're raising to take the blinds, 3 times the blind is the normal size raise, and that's fine, you know. If you always raise 3 times the blind, people don't get a fix on you, you know. Right, secondly, if you're trying to raise or re-raise to take a pot off someone, sometimes it's necessary to move all your chips in. It depends how many chips you have and what position your chip stack's in. And if you're playing against a mug, make sure you haven't got one foot out the door and the other one on a banana skin, because he's going to call you and he's going to have your pants down.
Wise words again from the fish. And let's hope some lucky cards for Chris Hammond. Hasn't really seen a lot. And that probably isn't going to do a lot for his stack either. Rumit, well, he has seen beautiful cards.
I'm still amazed how he went all in before. He put his whole tournament on the line. He could have run into an absolute monster.
Well, the famous gambler Nick the Greek said, there's no good being a poker player if you ain't a tiger, baby.
200?
Cool.
Any raise?
Connectors for Anthony Hardy, sneaking in from the small blind. And he's up against 2 powerful cards, the king and the jack. But flop can change everything. Here it comes.
Ace of clubs, 4 of diamonds, 6 of spades.
Well, there it is. Pair of 6s for Hardy. And he has shot up into
1,000.
a 3-to-1 favourite.
See, I didn't like that. The fact that Chris Parks didn't raise pre-flop with his king-jack. And now he's run into a little bit of trouble.
Yeah,
Call.
he's calling, and he could get into even more trouble unless we see a king or a jack or some sort of runner straight. Well,
Queen of spades.
there's half the runner straight, but he
Check.
still needs a whole
Check.
lot of help.
2,000.
2,000.
Yes.
Another
2,000
bluff,
call.
Michael. They've
Yeah.
woken up here.
They have. He's not going to be messed about. It's a really, really good call. I'm impressed by Chris's play, because Tony's made a bet, and Chris has just called him. So Tony's going to think, maybe he's run into an ace. He's run into a monster. Yeah, I mean, that was inevitable. That was a very, very solid bet, because he's got to think that maybe Tony he could have had an ace. So he's putting a big bet. If Tony calls him or raises him, he's got to be very wary.
Yeah, the cobwebs and the jet lag are certainly being blown off these players now. We're seeing some proper moves. Like the song says, every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser. It's just how much guts you display. And there were plenty there for the man from Cannock. Betting with, well, not much and winning a nice little stack. And there you go. It's pushed him up into first place.
The worst hand won.
Yeah, that tattoo on his arm says Bulldog Breed. Proud to be an Englishman.
Pass.
And also a tough character. Well, tough
1500
character.
in total.
Here's another tough character.
It's the walking sticks.
Yeah.
It'd be a hell of a walking stick for him if he needed a walking stick.
1500.
It'd be more like a stilt, wouldn't it? Or something like
It
that.
would, it would.
A small tree
A small tree,
for the
Pass.
behemoth.
a giraffe leg or something, you know.
1500.
Well, Anthony Hardy, he's going to have a good old think. Just to keep them wondering. But I think this 10-5 is only going in one direction.
I don't know.
Anthony loves the psychology of this game.
Depends on what you have.
He's going to fold, of course he's going to fold.
He should have been on the stage, Michael. What do you reckon? You're an actor?
No. Backstage maybe, stage management, but no, not on the stage.
Pass.
He'd fill it, wouldn't he?
1300.
Tougher decision for Chris Parks. Just one with a bluff. Ace-9, he might not need to. If either the ace or the 9 hit the board, he's going to be in front.
I think what he's probably thinking, has he got an ace? And if he has got an ace, his 9 could be in trouble here.
Yeah. The American's certainly been getting his fair share of pairs.
Call.
He's attracted a caller. Chris Hammond in the
And
middle
1100.
is the uncomfortable part of the
Pass.
sandwich. But not too hard to throw away an 8-2 in the game of Texas Hold'em.
Well, if we see a few overcards here, then Michael's 7, so he's got to be a little bit wary of them.
Yeah, so we've got our two cash leaders going up against each
12
other.
diamonds,
Oh, oh,
3 of
oh.
hearts,
Yeah.
ace of clubs.
He would have loved the 4 and the 3, but the ace is going to cause him some consternation.
Well, this is what I said, you know, Chris has got ace 9, and he's got to think, if he was up against ace king or a bigger kicker,
Or
then...
re-raise.
There you go.
4,000 total.
That is a
Okay,
brilliant
raising
re-raise.
3,000, 4,000 in total.
He's playing it just like he's got an ace with a monster hand, or an ace 3 or 4, but he's representing ace king, isn't he?
Of course, it's exactly what I said. You know, if you're going to call with ace 9, you've got to think, well, I could be up against ace king, ace queen here. So he's got to be brave. He's got to think, if he's got ace queen, ace king, he's got to put a hand down. Does he want to get involved with Michael, who's got more cash in him? I think I would put his hand down, to be honest. It's a good bet. Very good bet.
Once again, we get somebody bluffing the best hand off the pot. Welcome back. I'm Grub Smith. With me in the commentary booth is Michael Greco, and we're watching a very exciting game of poker with real cash in the partypoker.com poker den. Pie chart looks respectable for everybody except Joseph Hanks, down below 4 grand, and he's in danger of being eaten up. That little slice of the pie has got to get him out of trouble. Is it going to be enough, Michael?
Well, he's looking more like a hot dog than a hound dog in the moment. You know, as they say, a chip in a chair or a bit of cash in a chair, he could double up and he's back in it. So it's not all over till the fat lady sings.
Pass.
Until the fat Elvis sings.
There's
In
a few.
Vegas, in a jumpsuit.
Eating peanut butter sandwiches.
Well, something for Rumit to play with there.
17.
Raised 1,700 total.
Curious total to raise to, but maybe because he had a 1 and a 7 in front of him.
Pass.
Is that a little tell he just gave away?
Uh-huh.
See, I'm learning this game.
Pass.
Pass.
Joe Hanks, he's had 40 years to learn it. He knows when to get out of trouble. Action round to Anthony Hardy, who has pulled a
Oh.
monster. He's got the King Kong.
He's got the Cowboys. This could be huge.